Good morning, January Challenge team. It is Thursday, the 7th of January, so we are on day 7 of our challenge. And today I just want to touch base with you all and ask you a question, and I want you to respond in the comments below, either below the Facebook post if you're watching this on Facebook, or on the email back if you're watching it and you only get this through email. I think there's about 47, 48 of you doing this. I think 44, 45 of you are in the Facebook groups. There's only sort of maybe 2 or 3 of you who are on email, so you can email me. Those who are in the Facebook group can pop it below in Facebook. But the question really is, so we're coming to the end of the first week. How well have you done? Okay. And it's a totally subjective question. Obviously, you have set your own parameters. You have set your own kind of theme. You have set your own goals. You have hopefully set your own kind of habits and daily actions that you're kind of trying to keep up with. It was lovely to see Sue Collins yesterday. I was just dropping a card round Sophie Mayman's house. Saw her cooey, a little chat with Sue Collins yesterday in Writtle. She was going out for a night for a good walk, yeah? So how have you done? I'll start by being very, very honest with you, because I think that's very, very important. Okay. So, I've done okay. Yeah. Now, the thing I'm going to ask you to do is to, score your first week out of 10. Okay. 0 is you've kind of crashed and burned. It got to the first or second day and you almost gave up on it, and you've really done very little that you wanted to do or moved in the direction that you wanted to move into. 10 is that you've absolutely crushed it and killed it every single day. Okay. Now, I'd probably score myself a 5 or a 6 for this first week, in all honesty. And you could, if you're very, very organised, and I'll explain why in a minute. If you're very, very organised and you're someone like maybe Fred Hoisted or Graham Harris, or probably Helena, you know, or someone who's kind of really organised with things, and you've got sort of separate categories and you've kind of got things really, or Sue King I saw has got a nice whiteboard now as well yesterday. So you could say, well, okay, I've got 4 areas or 5 areas I'm working on, or Heidi as well was very organised. So if you've got 4 or 5 areas you're working on, you could score yourself on each area, and some areas you'll be doing very well and some areas you maybe haven't done quite so well. Or you can give yourself a general score, but I'll give you something more structured to use next week. So the reason I say I'm a 5 or 6 out of 10 is that certain things I've done really well with. So far, up to day 6, up to yesterday, I've trained every day and I've trained really well, and it's felt good, and that's been really good. Another thing is I've had 0 alcohol since the day before New Year's Eve. So the whole of this year, no alcohol. So that's kind of one thing that I set myself for. Water's been pretty good. Water's certainly been more than it was pre-New Year, okay? But my actual food has been a bit up and down. It's been a bit patchy. I've kind of had a few kind of mini binges and eaten a few things I, really, wouldn't have planned to, okay? So that's not been quite so good. So most things, okay. Also with the lockdown announced on Monday night, I've been kind of pulled this way and that, and I've been doing lots of other things, and I probably haven't been as focused as I could have been because I've been kind of firefighting a bit this week, okay? But that's fine. You have to kind of, like I've said before, you mustn't beat yourself up and feel terrible about it. You just accept, okay, well, this has happened, and what can I learn from what's happened this week? So what I would like you to do is either in the Facebook group or in the email, if you're watching this on email, is to respond with it can just be as simple as a number out of 10. Yeah, it could just be 7 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 2 out of 10. It could be a number and an explanation, which is a kind of I've given you a small explanation about mine just there. Or if you're very organised, it could be 3, 4, 5 categories with a number after each one. It's entirely up to you. And then what I want us to do from tomorrow, which is the first day of the second week, is actually in your journal that you've got every single day, at the end of the day, do this so that we get more of a balanced view of the week. So you either put just one number at the bottom of each day out of 10, or at the bottom of each day, you may have your 3 or 4 or 5 categories, and then you give yourself a number out of 10. Then when it comes to the end of next week, rather than, because the way we work as humans is I wake up today, if I don't feel particularly good today, I might give myself a really hard score just because of what basically happened yesterday. But there's been some really good stuff happen earlier in the week. So then you can actually go back over the week and you can just take an actual calculated average of the whole week, and that's going to give you a more accurate representation of the week rather than just how you happen to be feeling on the last day of the week. And if you're feeling a bit shitty on the last day of the week, you give yourself a shitty score for the whole week. But if you've got something you can look back on, you can then very accurately say, well, actually today I feel like a 3, but really looking back on it, it's been a 7, you know? So hopefully you understand that. That's fairly straightforward. That's the task that I want you all to do today for me. In the comments, just if you really don't want to do it for whatever reason, because you don't want to share anything, then that is absolutely fine. But if you want to, I want you to pop in the comments your score out of 10, either your overall score or your category score. And then from tomorrow, the action that I want us all to take, including myself, because I haven't done it this week, is at the end of each day in your journal, record your daily score, either as an overall daily score or break it down into your categories, okay? That's the job for today, and that's the task for next week starting tomorrow. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feedback or stuff you want to share, please just pop it in the comments as well, or message me or email me, and we will crack on with this. Guys, well done. First week is done. Cheers, and I'll catch up with you soon. Stay safe, stay strong. Bye-bye.